like my guy was saying it all the time, and I was just like, I just didn't hear it at all.
Ugh.
So low.
It's irritating. So, to move on from that, what's the most irritating thing in a game you've ever come across? It can either be like a mechanic, a character,
The most irritating
anything.
game that I've ever played.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily the game. Like, the game could be alright or good, but it's just one thing in that game where you were just like, why the fuck is this here?
I can't think of like one.
Oh.
Oh hello.
I'm guessing we're going here?
I can't think of one game that's like that had something really irritating.
I'll tell you one thing.
Go on then.
I'm gonna bring it up again.
Go on.
Mass Effect 3. How many problems do I have with this game? But I refuse to say that I didn't like it. Right, Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
Right, great game. It had this thing where you travel the galaxy in your ship, and you have to like travel to different planets to do shit. Sometimes it was just to get resources, other times it was actually to do missions and stuff, right? But every now and then a Reaper would appear in the galaxy that you were trying to travel, so you'd have to just. And the thing is, right, the Reapers are massive scary monster things that can kill you like no problem, but effectively what it burnt down to was, run away from it and exit that galaxy, and then just enter the galaxy again if you want to be there, because then the Reaper won't be there anymore.
What?
And I was just like, what the fuck? What? That's
That is
literally
such
all I have to do.
That's a rubbish game mechanic.
It's rubbish because like I'd be doing something that I'd want to do. Like I'd be mining a planet for resources, which is just like a simple mini game, but it was fine. And halfway through the mini game, it would go, which would signal a Reaper turning up.
Yeah.
So then I'd have to quit the mini game and then exit the flipping galaxy that I was in. And if the Reaper caught you, it would go game over, and then you'd start from the last checkpoint anyway.
What?
And
So
like,
you can't defeat them at all?
Well, you can't. Well, you can't fight them because they're Reapers and you're in a Diddy ship, so you can't fight them. But I mean, you do end up beating them at the end of the game anyway. But that's a topic for another. That's another day.
Yeah, because they all like, because the paths
They
like,
all-
all went off in different ways, and then all came to the same decision.
It was
yeah.
like, oh look, your choices will make have a massive effect on how your game ends. And what they actually meant was it will have a massive impact on what colour your game will end in. And it's not even all your choices, it'll just be the last choice you make decides what colour the game is in. It's like, alright then, okay, thanks for that. So yeah, that mini game was just irritating. And the introduction to it would be like, the first time it happened, it would go, oh, a Reaper has appeared, better run away from it. And that was
Seems
it.
So
And I was
weird.
like, it's a fucking Reaper. Surely there should be some kind of like actual mini game, like Star Fox-esque kind of thing, where you have to like dodge bullets and like, you know what I mean? Like something actually interesting rather than just just go to the nearest galaxy exit.
Yeah.
It's like it's not a fucking shopping centre. You know what I mean? I can't just. That's just not how it works. It's a galaxy. Surely I could just run off, like in like dodge other Reapers, dodge meteors and stuff. I have a lot of bad things to say about Mass Effect 3, but I also have a lot of good things. It just we've never come across those yet. I'm sorry, Mass Effect 3. I love you, but I also hate you at the same time. Also, while we're on Mass Effect 3, just another thing which didn't annoy me too much, but it was a very annoying thing. To have 100% galactic readiness rating to ensure you had the best ending possible, you had to play the multiplayer component.
But wasn't the multiplayer like alright?
It was alright, but it shouldn't be a thing where for 2 games the game doesn't have multiplayer, and then it goes, oh, you need to play the multiplayer if you want the best, like not the best ending possible, but like the one where the least amount of casualties happen.
Right.
If you want to be a real good savior and you don't want all your people like humanity and all the races to die, you need to play the multiplayer component. And that annoyed me as well because I was like, yeah, I'll play it, but like I don't want to. Because I should only have to play the single player game, but apparently that's not the case. So yeah, that was that. That was
your rant over.
That was a thing.
Okay.
There's a Netherrealm portal over here, by the way, so that'll be good. That'll be good.
So most annoying thing in a game. I don't like games where like I don't know.
No, mate, you're never annoyed by a game.
I can't think of a game that I was really annoyed of.
Jesus Christ, it's crazy.
I mean,
very big.
Oh my god, just got blown all the way back.
I beg your pardon.
I mean, there's plenty of games that I've got annoyed of, but then that's just because of the people that play them and stuff. I get annoyed by StarCraft. I get annoyed by people in Hearthstone.
Any competitive game you get annoyed with.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I am quite competitive.
You are a very competitive person. When it comes to gaming.
So, like, I remember playing, like, StarCraft. We were playing, like, 2v2. And I'd just be like, what the
yeah.
How do these guys have so much stuff?
Yeah, getting, like, cheesed and you'd be like, what the fuck? Like,
but then
for
we just
anyone
do it
who wants a good example of what Chris does when he gets annoyed during games, watch our Hearthstone videos, right? Watch We're Learning Part 4. At the end of that video, right, I have the game in the bag, right, because I'm a mage, so therefore I automatically have the game in the bag. I have the game in the bag. Chris doesn't draw what he needs to draw, so he goes to concede. I then emote, I'm sorry, and then Chris does this. Chris goes, oh, don't say sorry. I hate when people say sorry. That is what Chris does whenever he gets annoyed at a game. You do this kind of weird, and then you'll rant. You'll have like a quick rant about it, and that'll be it. But that is what you do when you get agitated by a game.
Yeah.
I've noticed, and that's the best example of it. So go and watch that. And the video's good as well, so just go and watch it for that reason. But yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, even like games I'm competitive in single-player games more than I am multiplayer ones. Like Nuclear Throne, I'm competitive with myself because I want to do better.
Yeah.
But because it's an unfair game, I get it agitated. Like, it doesn't give me a chance to improve. It just goes, oh. You did really well last time. Here, have 7 million scorpions on level 1.
You know, I'm quite competitive against, like, in chat with, like, me, David and Tom, we always chat, like, every day. We have, like, a Facebook chat that we just all talk
Contribute to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, because when you said that you completed,
XCOM.
Yes. And then I was like, said, oh, it's not that much of a big deal.
Yeah.
Did you get annoyed at that?
No, I didn't, because I knew you would say that. Because the thing is, I know what you're like with, like, because we're like, for instance, Risk of Rain. You always want to play Risk of Rain on Monsoon.
Yeah, I do. I always want to play the hardest thing.
I know, you always want to play it on the hardest difficulty. You'd rather suffer through the hardest difficulty rather than enjoy it on, like, normal.
Yeah.
And that's fine, because loads of people do that. But I knew you'd say that about XCOM. But the thing is, I'm rejoicing in the fact that your first playthrough went horribly. Because it just shows that you shouldn't take anything as like, oh, you completed on normal, so what? At face value, because XCOM shat on your dreams.
But my first playthrough normal, I've just completed it.
Very good.
And I didn't lose any people.
Very good.
At the end, anyway, the last mission. I lost 10 people altogether.
Ah.
Those stats at the end of XCOM, though, are a bit off.
What do you mean?
Like, some of the stuff like engineers, like how many people engineers had.
Right.
It said like I had like 100 something engineers.
Yeah.
But then on like worldwide, it said like 10,000 and something.
Well, that's because you can technically like keep playing the game forever. You don't, because as long as you don't do the missions that are required to progress the story forward, you just keep playing.
Do people do that?
You can do, because it means you can play the single player indefinitely then.
But why? But there's no end to it, so.
There is an end to it in the sense of like, because you know, like, there's certain things that you have to research and certain things you have to have done for the story to even go forward. So like at the very beginning of the game, it says research something. I can't remember what it is. Research this, and then what that will tell the game is that that's that it progresses the story now.
Yeah.
But if you just never do those things, the game will just carry on forever. So if you just keep clicking like mission control and just keep clicking it, eventually you'll do so many missions that have +4 engineers that you can have 10,000 engineers.
But people do. I mean, do people
People
really
do stupid things in games, and that's one of them, evidently.
I was really lucky though, because I had like such a good squad.
Yeah.
And
Oh shit.
and then they like the one mission that went terribly for me, where everybody died.
Yeah.
Was the one mission that I didn't take those 2 snipers.
Alright.
Think you can help me?
Think you can help me?
I have a new quest.
Yeah, have they?
Oh, that is a cool statue of a dwarf.
What? Where? What?
This one.
That is pretty neat.
I do like this game. It's very nice.
It's a very nice game. Very pretty game. Very pretty. Very pretty. Well.
I've got a question. I've got
Go
a
on.
question.
Go on.
Okay.
Go on.
It's story time now,
Oh Christ.
ladies and gentlemen.
Story time. Yeah.
What was your worst date? Now,
My
me and
worst
Tom,
date.
me and Tom are men of the world. We've been around.
What?
We both
we?
have long-term girlfriends.
Well, I wouldn't call mine long term yet.
Well, okay.
Go on.
I've got a long.
You've got a long term girlfriend. I had a long term girlfriend.
Okay, so what was your worst date?
My
Change
worst
names to keep privacy and whatever.
My worst date.
What the hell is this thing? This jellyfish thing here?
It's those weird things, isn't it? I don't actually. What? Is it just following you?
It's following you, isn't it?
Is my? I think it is. Is that my pet?
No, because your pet's right there.
I don't know
Isn't it?
what that is.
Where's your pet gone? Oh no, it's
It's
there.
the dog. It's the bull. I don't know what that is. But just take it. Just leave it. It'll be fine. Worst date? I don't think I've actually ever gone on what you'd call a traditional date. I've never.
Oh, you
we've met, like-
maverick.
Yeah, I know. I don't think I've ever once like gone 7 p.m. cinemas. This.
Never.
No.
Okay, there's a note. It's here. It's following you.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what it is though.
It's a squishy.
It's a squishy.
What are we meant to do with these notes?
Just read them, I guess. Just do that. So yeah, I don't. Because I've never done a thing where it's like organising to meet up and do something. It's kind of just been, want to come around mine. Does that count as a date?
No.
No. But I suppose I could change it for me to be like, oh, the most embarrassing thing I've done when first talking to a girl, maybe.
Okay, go on then.
Can't remember that either.
Oh. Oh my god.
Oh Jesus Christ, Kelmore. Because like, I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm gonna
Yeah,
be honest.
go on
I've
then,
never
be
been
honest.
massively successful with the opposite sex. Like whenever I've been single, I've never been one to like if I went out with friends, I wouldn't be the one who like gets with people and like has the stories to tell. I'd always be the one listening to those stories.
Well,
Um,
that's the same with me though, because I don't see the point in like having like one night stands. or
No, it's just not in my nature to do it either.
No.
Like I just would like even if I got dared to do it, I wouldn't be able to because I just wouldn't know what to do. Like you see people like who literally just walk up to someone and then they're kissing with like within the blink of an eye, and I'm just like, how on earth do you actually do that?
Well,
Not because I want to. I just genuinely want to know how that works.
is that because you're thinking like how can you do that? As in, you don't even know this person. Like they could have anything.
No, not even like that. Just literally what's the steps you take, like from the moment you, like, from the moment you see that person to the moment you're kissing them? Is there like an A to Z guide that you can buy that goes, here's how you kiss a woman you don't know?